Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. All right, well, here's the next part of this project, and that is that the two rollers have to clear this big 5.5-inch roller that goes in between them. And this part here, from that line there up, isn't going to clear. Can you see the line? Probably. So we need to take that out, and the only way I can see to do that is put it on the rotary table and bring it out to about here, and then just, you know, take it out with a mill bit. Now what I want to do is, because I have 4 of these, I don't want to have to set every one of them up, and they are pretty well close to what I want. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of little jigs, just a 90-degree cut into this, straight in, and then I'll clamp that and clamp this one over here, and then I'll put a clamp on this, and then I can pull this out pretty quickly, put the next one in, and do the same radius. So first thing we have to do is get this at a 45 clamp, or a 45 cut, something like that, I would think. And then we just come in with a bit and take it out. So I've got this in place, and I don't want to move it, so we're going to just bring in another vise and temporarily clamp it to the table, or to the rotary table. Something like that. We'll clamp it from 2 sides, and we'll have a pretty strong base to work from. And then we can just kind of come in, and really it doesn't even matter what this angle is, although I'll go ahead and make it 45, and then we just come in with a bit and cut it this way. So let's get some clamps ready. There we go. There's 45. Here's our mill bit. All right, let's see what we can do. That looks pretty good. I think we got it. Do it on this side. Let's do it again. Okay, easy peasy. So let me just go and cut that in half, and we've got ourselves a jig. All right, so we're set up. We've got our little jigs in place. Everything's ready to go. The only thing I'm not sure of is our arc in the right place? And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strike an arc with my, just barely kiss the metal with the rotary table, and see where that line is going to lay out, and then we'll probably have to adjust it back and forth or up and down to see what we got. So for the moment, we're just going to come in somewhere around in there, bring it down, just so it's kissing. And I can see that, let's see what we got here. It looks to me like this end needs to go in a little bit. So we're just going to kind of loosen everything up. And bring it in just a tad. Try it again. Whoa, way too much. Oh, well, I'm cranking on the wrong handle, of course. So that brought it in a little bit. Not quite enough though. But we're moving in the right direction. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm seeing that we're just a little bit wide over here. So we're just going to adjust that just a bit. Oh, we jumped. There's the reason. There. Okay. All right, we're just a little off, but we'll adjust it for the next one. We've got some leeway in there, so I think we're going to be in good shape here. So let's go ahead and adjust it. Try it again. All right, we got one. All right. All right, number 2 is done, and you know, we won't bore you with the rest of these details. We'll come back when we get to our next step. Okay, well, here we are again, working on the same project. We're getting really close to done. The other day, my customers, actually a man and a woman, came in here, and they said, oh, we need a hand wheel in order to operate this thing, to get just a few product out and to test it before they mechanize it. And you know, we kind of dug around and we came up with this hand wheel that I got off of my Harbor Freight rolling mill, I don't know, a couple of years ago or something like that. And it's going to work perfect for them. So we're going to accept that the hole is too small. So we're going to bore out the hole and put a keyway in this. And then we should be able to make them happy and move on with life. So in order to do that, hoping that my taking out my gaps is going to allow, I know I have a 24-inch gap, and this is 24 1/4 inches. So keep your fingers crossed. Nope, it ain't gonna reach. Well, dang. That would have been easy. But we have other approaches. We can just leave that like it is. All right, so it's not gonna fit in the lathe. So we'll put it here. We need to get this off of the table a bit because we're going to bore all the way through. And and also this wheel is a little bit out of square. So with the center. So what I want to do is get this up and get it squared up to the outside ring. All right, we got 4 here. So we'll put one here, and one over here, bring one in here, and over there. And And that should lock us in place pretty well. This is going to vibrate like nobody's business. I may end up putting some supports in underneath here, but let's just give it a try and see what happens, because I can't cut that much anyhow at a per time. Oh, I know one thing I want to do though is I want to square up to this surface rather than the other one. Yeah. Okay. Let's put a bunch of toe clamps in and I'll be back when that happens. It's in. Might not be that good a shape. That's fine. It's fine. Let's put a boring bar, and then we gotta take this out to 1.25 inches or something.
Oh, the hole?
And the hole's out of whack too, so I gotta take my time getting that in. Can you hand me that hammer with the red? Yeah. You're back there doing your thing. Maybe I'll go up. Well, there's no way to find any kind of dependable center on this because this hole is so out of whack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in as close as I can get it. And just go from there. This is a hand wheel, so it isn't like we're having to spin at 2,000 RPM. We're spinning more at like 1 RPM. Well, the hell, that's not too bad. Within about 2,000s. Okay, I'll go with that. All right, so we've got our indicator done. I'm thinking we're going to need just a bit of a heavy-duty boring bar to get this where I want it to go. Okay. Tighten her up. Bring it down. Take it back to 0. God, it looks like it's pretty well set up right where we want it. Just make sure we haven't got any. All right, we're gonna have to get up on the top here. So I'm gonna raise my table. And what I'm seeing is that this thing is kicked that way. So I think what I'm going to do is take my bore a little bit further this way, maybe by 50 thousandths or so. Let's see what we've got now. Still not hitting, but that's okay. Let's see what we got now. All right, so we'll spin that up a little bit. Yeah, look at that. It's just barely touching. Let's take another 50 thousandths or so. We're going to take this down as far as we can get it. And we're hitting. But I'm seeing it right at the bottom of that hole, so I think we'll just go with it and grind back whatever we don't need, or whatever didn't quite make it. Alright, I don't know if you can see it from there or not, but I'm seeing that we are too far this way on this boss here, so I'm going to move it back this way by, let's just move it back by that 50 thousandths. Okay, right, 50. Just to see if maybe that was a good measurement. Wow, it's too far to go in one shot, that's for sure. So let's take it back to 25. There we go. Well, and we'll take it to the 50, but this thing's bouncing around too much, so I think what I'm going to do is just put another toe clamp on top of that, see how that works out. All right, that's going to give us a little bit more support. Hey, Megan. Another project. Okay, let's check that. So we opened it up about 12 thousandths, and we're going to 5, 10, so it looks like it went 15. We're sitting at 305, and we're going to want to go to 375. So we still got another 70 thousandths. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this up to, let's go to 80. Just kind of sneak up on it. All right, let's take another measurement. And we are sitting at about 8 thousandths bigger. Sitting at 314. So obviously this thing, well, although it's probably accurate, it's just that I can't get it to adjust correctly. I don't know, it's sitting right on 80. Let's go for 90 and see what we've got. Of course I can't see the 90 line. There it is.